Zayat's obviously going to get to play his Doom as well this game. Blizzy could play it depending on what they want to go for, but Batrider's got banned out in the first phase, so he gets his Doom instead. I wonder if he ever gets to play a third hero. Remember there was that period we cast NaVi, I think it was the Megathon qualifiers or something, where they were picking Blizzy, Centaur and Axe every single game. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. They loved that combination. It was working pretty well for them as well. I mean, they did come second place in that thing versus the likes of LGD and all sorts of other fantastic teams.
Yeah, so they've gone back to it with their Zayats this time. They're like Batrider or Doom every game. Easy peasy.
Lemon squeezy.
Do you think we'll see? I was going to say, do you think we'll see the Disruptor again for Snako? But he's going to be forced to play something different.
Oh, no.
Which is exciting.
How many urns are we going to get this game?
Yeah, good question. Who knows? What do you pick if Doom's your 4? You probably want a little bit of team fight if you can. Maybe a tiny bit of catch. So Oracle's banned. Jakiro maybe for Snako? Possibly. It's not great against Nyx though. Winter Wyvern maybe okay. Versus the Sniper especially.
Yeah, that's a pretty good shout. Kind of combo these right clicks. I mean, why is Sniper suddenly squeezed into the first pick of these drafts, by the way? I feel like we kind of glossed over that one a little bit, but Sniper obviously picked up in both of the previous games, and now it's just like, yep, CIS, Sniper, tier 1 hero. I
mean, TA is getting picked up quite a lot. Has a decent matchup against TA. Drow Ranger's being picked up a lot, and it does okay against Drow as well, just because, obviously, like, when you pick a Drow lineup, there tends to be an area where you don't have a lack of gap close, and you really want to be able to hold high ground as well up against this Drow Ranger. So Sniper's pretty good. It's obviously very good with Drow as well.
Dire team pick.
Well, so they pick up the Blizzy hero now. Interesting. I guess they want to make sure they have the gap close against the Sniper, like we talked about.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Stampede just to get on top of the Sniper is really good.
Radiant team pick.
This is Blizzy's favourite hero as well. I might be wrong with that, but I feel like he's always played Centaur, no matter how good it is. And it allows them to be aggressive on NaVi as well, which is nice. Okay, they go Wyvern for themselves. Okay. Their support Joe's a little bit weak. It doesn't do a huge amount of damage, this Nyx Wyvern combo, but they have a good amount of control between them.
Yeah, so NaVi, next hero. I mean, they'll probably leave the 5th hero for...
5 seconds remaining.
For Crystallize, you would imagine. So... let's see a Snako hero right now. What supports are still left? Which tasty supports can we pick up here?
Good question.
What are the popular supports right now? I'm trying to think, but I can't really think of any.
Team pick.
Oh, Jakiro. There you go.
Yeah, I was going to say Jakiro or Bane are probably the two best ones available at the moment.
Radiant team back.
Yeah, I think they needed a bit of wave clear on the Radiant side for NaVi. They kind of don't have a huge amount at the moment. Doom doesn't really do that. Life Stealer. Alright, so you pair the greedy support hero in the Wyvern with the stronger lane.
Yeah.
With the core, with the Lifestealer. And it does okay versus Centaur. So they should be fine.
Yeah, and it looks like this Lifestealer is probably going to be more a space creating armlet kind and let the Sniper fill up the 1 position.
It could be. I mean, you hope so, but
it might get Gradient build Radiance to try and burn through the refraction and cause a couple mischance on the TA maybe, but that does feel really greedy.
Radiant team.
Building an armlet versus Doom is always hard, though.
Yeah, true.
Beastmaster. Okay, so we saw this banned out a couple of times, but this is the first time I've seen it been picked. Pretty good with the Sniper, obviously giving it the attack speed aura.
Yep.
Not the greatest lane with the Nyx Assassin. But it gives them really good vision control now as well, which is nice.
10 seconds remaining.
All right, now the final pick. What is this carry hero going to be? Any predictions from you,
5 seconds remaining.
No, actually.
No?
This is a difficult one. There's a lot of different things they can go for. Do they want to go for something that scales a lot more and let TA take over the mid-game, or do they want to double down on their mid-game here? I feel like it's going to be difficult to push into the Sniper Wyverns. You probably want something that scales a bit better.
Okay. Yeah, something to close the gap on the Sniper. Something which doesn't really lane too badly versus the Beastmaster. It's not going to be nice by any stretch of the imagination, but should be okay. And just all-around cool hero. Nyx Assassin going to be very, very effective versus Spectre, though. I mean, you know, Spectre, she's all about her two passives. That is the Dispersion, and that is the Haunt. No, not Haunt. Was it
Desolate.
Desolate, that's on. Nyx Assassin, of course, has a break now applied on hits from Vendetta, so that could be troublesome for Crystallize in this game if it gets to the late game scenario. They do have a way of shutting that off and having a small window to kill her whilst those spells aren't available. But overall, pretty strong hero and gives you some nice gap close for that sniper. So that will round off Navi's draft against Team Colizeum. Are you favouring anybody here particularly?
I struggle to see how this Beastmaster Nyx are going to be able to stop the Spectre farming this game. Like, I feel like Crystallize should be able to get a decent amount here, and as long as the Spectre farms, they should be absolutely fine. Like, that hero does really well up against Sniper and Lifestealer in the late game. Like, he can itemize to make sure he doesn't build really tanky to let the Lifestealer feast off him a lot. I think Navi are fine. They seem to have, you know, be in their comfort zone.
Alright, well, if you want to be in your comfort zone, then I can highly recommend the DX Racer Chairs, who are sponsoring this tournament, and we're very grateful for them for doing so as we get into this game.
I'm just going to do some quick maths here. Hang on.
No, not a bad win rate. No, nothing completely mind-blowing, but pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. Tips coming out thick and fast as Magical heads towards this middle lane with his shared tangos ready to roll. Yeah, TA versus Sniper. I mean, this is a pretty Sniper-favored lineup, right? Like, this is kind of like the counter picking the Sniper versus the TA, but we've also seen the TA win these matchups before, so...
The TA does really well at the start of the lane, but then as like the levels come online a little bit more, the Sniper has a bit more of a decent time. Obviously, you have the shrapnel to get through the refraction charges, keep your distance with the take aim. I just want to say, did you see the win rate on TA by Magical?
No, I didn't.
He had 620 wins and 358 losses.
He's a pretty good player. Crazy. What a dude.
It's about 63.5% win rate, which over that many games is madness. What a player. We're going to see Blizzy doing the trick again as well, under the tier 1 tower mid.
Yeah, it looks like it. Sniper might give him some help as well. What does more damage, the towers? Obviously the tower.
Well, I was going to say, like over double. I wonder how the Nyx Beastmaster plays this lane. So, does the Nyx go and skip the creep wave for the second wave and put it behind the tower, or does he just let the Beastmaster, you know, try and pressure in the lane with the impale being available?
Well, Spec's got really bad space damage. She's hitting on 50, so. There's very little chance for being able to successfully claim creeps under the tower, so I think definitely putting the wave for the first few levels is a really good idea.
I don't know, though, because she has the gold for Quelling Blade straight away. Like, all it takes is a couple of bounties, and then all of a sudden...
That's true. You've got to get all the bounties and then pull the waves.
This is what we see from most carries now. They go for this item build at the start of the game just to get the Quelling Blade quickly, and they can just bring out more regen if they need it. We used to see people buy salves all the time, but that Quelling Blade really helps at the the first couple of waves, which can be really important. They're just drawing circles around Sniper.
Yeah, aren't they? I'm going to join them. It really bugs me that map drawing is disabled during pauses. Like, it would be a really nice feature to have during pauses.
Meh. Doesn't bother me that much. You just got to talk to each other instead. That's all.
Goody.
It's fine. Lucky you. Yeah.
Nyx running up to lane with 3 mangoes as well. It's usually the case in lanes where you're going to get the clarities cancelled pretty easily. I guess Jakira's going to be in this lane. Why are they all running to mid, by the way? What's the deal?
They're just protecting this centaur from stacking up the retaliate charges. You know, if all of a sudden 4 heroes turn up mid because they've expected the centaur to do this.
Yeah, I was going to say it could be the next level play.
The cool thing is by Blizzy that he's changing up which lanes he's doing this in. So last game he did it top lane. Yeah, this game he's doing it mid.
Oops,
Snake wanted the high five.
Yeah, he wants his retaliate charges as well. Silly Jakiro. You want to put top. Zayats is kind of being followed by Lifestealer and Wyvern, but Lifestealer's too busy taunting to actually come and hit the guy. He's getting a bit of damage up on him, and he's got this early point of Feast as well, so he's doing a load of damage this game, actually, with the Arctic Command. Look at this. This is just a horrible lane for... This lane is going to be awful for them, right? Like, you got 2 sources of percentage-based damage versus 2 big strength heroes.
Yeah, but the center has double stout shield. Like, the Doom has a stout shield. It's not great, but They'll get through it. The Doom will just go and skip the creep wave again, like we've been seeing Zayat's been doing so far.
All right, we'll see what they can pull out. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, the Beastmaster coming up into Crystallize here as Crystallize keeps to eat his way through. Wants a base bounty rune for himself. Will be able to take it, actually. Quicker fingers. Meanwhile, Dodgy's got to try and get the stun. Does do it, but Suneko denies the rune in time. He knew what was coming, and he just decides nobody gets it. What a party pooper. This is not fair play, is it? It's like if you're running a race and then instead of going past the finish line, you just dismantle it so no one else can finish. Meanwhile, Zayat's running in circles around the Wyvern here. Now, man, just close the gap a little bit. He's got Devour. It doesn't look like he's wrapping around to get the range creep like he did last game. He's going to wait for the creeps to spawn naturally. Or he might just take the range creep anyway. I don't know. I'm not inside his head.
I think he'll probably just take it straight away here as well. Yeah.
Get that bad boy on cooldown, but meanwhile they're going to be suffering under the percentage-based damage of Arctic Burn, which is not so pleasant to lane against, especially as these two strength heroes. But we'll see how they do, and the Feast as well.
As if you saw, the Nyx and the Jakiro were both fighting to try and get the last hit on the Hawk that was revealed by the Sentry.
These two have fought over a lot, haven't they? Suneko and Dodgy. Good buddies, as in before. Laning out versus Crystallize. It should be a favourable matchup for the Beastmaster. Honestly, I'm kind of preferring Team Colizeum's lanes overall.
Yeah,
they seem to have a counter in every lane, yeah.
But at the same time, like, the Spectre should just win the late game, I think. And like I said, I don't think they're going to be able to stop the Spectre from farming, which I think is the biggest thing. And you see Zayat's just pulled the creep wave again. I think we've seen him do this every single game so far.
It's taken a little bit of a journey. Taking him towards the behind the tower, nice and safe. A safe space for the creeps. Magical CSing pretty nicely in the mid lane as well, so his creeps are pushed into under his tower. TA, of course, one of these heroes which absolutely doesn't mind at all about creeps being under a tower. Or under his tower by the looks of it as he comes in. He's got no points in shrapnel either, so no way to slow Magical down or punish this aggression. And we'll even get a couple of Sideblade hits off. Trying to just catch him out here.
Zayat gets a nice HP regen creep. GG, everybody. He's going to be very happy about that one.
So where do we think First Blood's going to come from?
Generation.
I would assume it would either be one of the side lanes, right? Maybe when this Doom gets to level 3 with the Infernal Blade, they might be able to chase the Wyvern down. Either that, or I feel like Suneko might get caught out of position a little bit.
Okay, I reckon they can just blast down one of these heroes at top with the Arctic Burn and Splint Blast combo.
Yeah, they could, but I feel like they have to be really silly with their positioning on the Radiant side for that to happen. Or Blizzy just let himself get really low.
Ooh, I remember this guy actually. Yeah, he was forced to change his name. I won't tell you what his name used to be, but you can probably figure it out for yourself.
Which one?
The Lifestealer.
Oh, right. Yeah, oh yes. Yeah.
He used to have a different name to that. Moving on. Middle lane, Magical laning up versus Imba 4. Wait, I thought bottom lane was Imba 4. Oh, he loves Imba 4. Okay. do you mind just alt-tabbing and telling me what we call this Beastmaster?
Yeah, sure. I can try.
What sniper? What's
TTR.
Up? Okay, TTR, thank you. So there's actually a sentry here already, so Sniper's ward might be caught out by Magical if he has 50. Yeah, he's already got vision, I think. Not quite, but still. If he pushes up that far, he will know, as the shrapnel is now leveled up by the Sniper in an attempt to try and shut Magical down a bit, but there is First Blood coming in the bottom lane. Jakiro caught out of position, just as predicted.
Thank you very much. I'm here all day.
Laning by himself. Meanwhile, up at top, Blizzy just dragging these creeps around.
Nothing for you.
Yeah, the range creep gets denied, though. So it's well played by the Wyvern.
He's not going to be too mad about that one. Mid lane,
Now, once the
Zayat's
Wyvern-
looking towards mid. He's got eyes on the Sniper. The Sniper's actually come down into the river now. It might be time to go, but there's this Observer ward up here. Zayat's actually walking straight towards the Sniper's going to walk into Zayat's here. Doesn't have much choice but to level Scorched Earth and start getting to work with the Infernal Blade. He might actually just be able to run him down by himself with the Shockwave. Keep on chasing under the tower. Does he have a... Yes, he does have a Fairy Fire, and that's going to be enough to save him. Imba 4 lives, and Zayat takes a lot of damage here. And with Imba 4's salve, he's going to basically act like this never happened. But Magical did manage to get himself a couple of creeps whilst this was all going on.
Look at Blizzy top lane as well, the Centaur.
Oh, he's trying to find him. He's trying to find Wyvern. Nice juke through the trees, but unfortunately he just seems too slow. Blizzy needs to close the gap, though. He might actually just die to the tower before it gets him.
Okay. Never mind. That happens. Fair enough.
It do. Down the bottom lane, Snakio and Crystallize. Just trying to take care of some balls. Take out the trash. Damn balls. But Zayats is coming in as well. I don't really see... Oh, Zayats has literally just sneaked around the back, and he's going to get himself both the bounty runes here. Meanwhile, Blizzy can get this one at top as well, so... 3 bounty runes going to NaVi. Should be happy about this one.
Yeah, true. At the same time, the lifesteal is farming really well. He's having a great time. When Blizzy was cutting the creep wave, he was pulling the creeps to the big camp and just farming both at the same time, so being very efficient.
Blizzy being slowed down quite significantly here. Nice rage by Time to Reaps. He's closing in the gap onto Blizzy under the tower. One more right click, and Blizzy does fall. Top lane going the way of Team Colizeum quite significantly.
This is really bad for Blizzy as well, because he doesn't have a TP to get back to lane. And look at all the XP that's about to come under his tower.
Stuns out. It's only on Snakeo though, and Doji doesn't really have any backup with him now. Doji's going to get the stun onto Snakeo though. Snakeo looks like he's dropping... I think he's just going to die though. Doji in the trees. He can't actually find Snakeo here, and if he does, he doesn't even have a... Oh, he does have the stun, but throws it. He misses. He used it onto the Spectre to somehow manage to run down Snakeo all the same. Actually, it was the ball that found him, I believe. But still, not a smoothest gank in the world. On to the next assassin. Meanwhile, up at top, Blizzy. He's being run down a little bit. Does get the stun off this time. No rage coming out from Time to Reap, so... Meanwhile, Zayat's running forwards. He's got this Infernal Blade. He's onto the Lifestealer.
Yeah, they're really struggling to deal with this Lifestealer at the moment. But this TA is owning mid lane. She's doing really well. So how many times have we seen Magical have a decent lane and then just take it over like the jungle really and just farm so quickly? Yeah,
and it's interesting how focused Magical is on just getting these D wards here, and she has just kind of cleared out this lane for all the wards which have gone down. Meanwhile, down at bottom, they find themselves a cheeky one onto Snakeo, just wrapping around the back of the tower there. Meanwhile, pigs are coming out onto Blizzy here. Time to Reap and DSR. Looking forwards, Blizzy will be seen. Now the Arctic Burn comes out. Time to Reap closing the gap as well. He's got the open wounds, but is Blizzy going to go for the TP and will actually make it through? The split blast came in a little bit too late, and even if it didn't, it's only level 2, so might have been enough damage actually. I'm not too sure. No, I don't think so.
This bot lane, they keep killing Snakeo over and over again, but they're not stopping Crystallize from farming.
He's doing pretty well, 31 and 6.
Yeah, like although they're doing okay, they really need to pressure now. They've got this Helm with a Dom on the Beastmaster. This is where they have to just all-out commit for the Spectre. Which could just play the tempo game at this point.
Oh, Zayats running around the back. Is going to be spotted out by the Hero's Head. Nice Life Basket is going to slow down the Beastmaster for the time being. And I think Infernal Blade on him as well, but with the ESR coming in as well, Zayats is in a pretty bad position. He gets off the clap before he goes down, trying to secure this kill. But actually, Beastmaster levels up from that, turns around and roars at Jakiro. Crystallize coming in. First, he wants to pick up the balls, then he wants to look towards some heroes. Another ice path from Snakeo as he runs himself under the tower. Fortunately, TT can't really chase forwards anymore.
Sniper gets a haste rune. He's coming in.
Oh, he's coming down to the bottom lane. Crystallize, you need to get yourself out, my friend. He's got a haunt. He needs to use it now if he wants to survive. Not gonna happen. Wand won't be enough. Oh, he actually cancels these out. There we go. Second assassinate. Gonna blow his brains out. Crystallize dead. And another kill. Going the way of Colizeum down here. They are 1 and 7 right now.
Yeah, they're having a really good time. They're not really stopping the TA from farming. Spectre's doing okay, but yeah, with that death, they are definitely in the driving seat here. They're having a good time.
Yeah,
and he is actually going for the armlet. Off blade. So yeah, and he's going for the armlet on the Lifestealer, which is interesting. After we talked about that Doom interaction, if you've got the armlet on and you get doomed up, you do tick away very quickly.
Tis but a Doom. Okay, what are we seeing in the trees here? Again, just running forwards. He really wants to try and find the kill on Sniper, but the next assassin's already there. Stun comes through. They're trying to blow up the Sniper here, and they will be able to do so. Oh, Golden Brace! It's going to buy him a little bit of time, but unfortunately, the moment he comes out, Magical is there with the right click.
Your death was a secret I could no longer hide.
An interesting interaction we didn't talk about before is that this Helm with the Dom on the Beastmaster, did you see it get devoured by the Doom? Just get 200 gold. He's like,
yeah.
Oh, okay. Thanks very much.
It's very profitable.
Spectre's getting chased down a little bit here. They do have the roar.
Yeah, just slowing down the creeps. And Zayat's coming in from behind once again. There's that Infernal Blade coming right down onto him. The bot doing a little bit of work from behind. They will have to tear up that little guy. Looks like TT will get himself away.
Radiant's middle tower.
Look at the net worth of the sniper though on this net worth chart. It's not looking good. Just because these devours on the Helm of Dawn creeps.
Jesus, he's right the way down there. Yeah, Zayat's always finding himself this money.
He was having to bring out a lot of regen towards mid on the sniper as well because of these TA side blades.
Well, Snako, he's under the shrapnel right now, and with everybody coming in, he's just gone, obliterated.
Snako doesn't mind just giving himself up though, as long as Crystallize is surviving. On the Spectre, you just want to tank the ganks.
Although,
is that a Midas?
There's a lot of heroes coming in.
There's Treads.
Treads, oh okay. So expecting Midas, to be honest, but Spectre now in some trouble once again as the heroes coming in quickly here, and they've got that kill wrapped up with a tight little bow.
I don't really know why Crystallize didn't go into the trees earlier there. Like he knew they were coming. They had wards down. Interesting.
Okay, well, that's a bit of a setback, but, you know, magical on the TA, still farming hard, should be at a decent time on the Deso.
They have this Doom level 6 now, though, and they're going to smoke up here to try and find a kill. What can they do?
Kind of playing around this bottom lane where there are plenty of heroes about.
Yeah, Magical's rotating in as well.
Dagger comes out. This is going to alert them that something's probably wrong. The Hawk comes out overhead. They know that heroes are here. They want the Doom onto the big one, and they will get it. The Beastmaster doomed up and just being hammered down here by Crystallize and Zayat. Going to leave the kill to be finished off by Crystallize and go for the Wyvern as well. Wyvern going to use a Cold Embrace for the time being. They're more than happy just to wait, sit around, and let Wyvern come out of that and then be finished off.
Yeah, Zayat's devoured another Helm of Dom creep as well, so that's basically another hero kill on top. But okay, Blizzy does die in response.
Alright.
I feel like you should really bar this Vanguard on the Centaur now before you save up for this blink. We've been seeing Blizzy go for these really early blinks and trying to make it work, but I feel like this game, the way it's coming out, like you really just want the sustain. Both teams are just trading off farming. It allows you to stay on the map even longer.
Well, that feels bad. The range creep ran away from Zayat. He was trying to farm him with the camp.
Very sad. Was that who built the armlet there that I saw? Was that the life stealer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Doji's a bit caught out here. He's already used a Spike Carapace, so he is going to fall. That's a Sentry Ward and a half. Thank you very much. Yep, he pinged it out, guys. Guys, there's a Sentry Ward up there, just so everybody knows. Look, when the only invis hero on your team does that. Like, well, okay. Cool.
I mean, it's interesting that the Lifestealer is the one that built the medallion, though, instead of the Beastmaster. Maybe they feel like they both need the passive armor this game, up against the TA especially, so they build different items. The Beastmaster goes for the Vlads, Helm of Dom, and allows the Lifestealer to go for it instead with the medallion.
The great thing is, right, we've already talked about how this Chikiro is a bad support if you're trying to be like super aggressive. He doesn't really pressure lanes very well. He doesn't really gank very well. He's all about defending towers. But when you have this lineup with a Spectre in it, when you pair him up with this hard carry, he becomes really, really strong in a way that a lot of other supports would fail. Like you saw him there, just flat out pushing out the bottom tower by himself, just casting those long range spells, the long range DOT. Taking down the creep, slowing them down, just making sure they can't push any and get any damage onto this tower, which is very useful when you're against heroes like the Beastmaster and you've got a hero like a Spectre on your team. Meanwhile, Doji just finds a random courier here. I think that was standing still. Not too sure. Meanwhile, Crystallize, at least it's an early warning system for him. He can clear himself away. Maybe that's what it was there for. The early warning courier. You know, like how in the old times when they had mine shafts and such, to discover whether it was the air was safe to breathe, they would bring a budgie down with them.
I did know that, actually. I've been to a few of those. They're very interesting.
You've been to the mines? Wow.
Well, no, my dad's from Sunderland, though, so...
oh, okay.
So people from UK will understand that.
Yes. So, yeah, the courier's being used as the budgies down here, I think, just to make sure it's safe for Crystallize to farm there.
How is he doing on Crystallize? He's not really farming particularly well. He's fourth in net worth. He's still ahead of the sniper, but
Yeah, not by much. And the Lifestealer is very far ahead. I mean, this Lifestealer, he's going full anti-armor as well, going for the Medallion, going for the Armlet, but they should get this kill onto the Beastmaster down there. TT, he's going to throw down the Roar, but I think this is just delaying the inevitable. The Haunt is even going to be used, and yeah, Zad's will be finding that one. Thank you very much. It's just farming up really quickly from these from all these kills and from all these creeps. And Magical looking for that top spot on the net worth chart right now as he's finished off this Desolator. Unfortunately, it was on the Courier. I believe that was what was there. But now looking for the Blink. Sticking around for the Bounty Rune as well. So again, 3 Bounty Runes going to NaVi. I think every single time it's been 3 Bounty Runes for NaVi, which... when you've got the Spectre and TA lineup, you don't really want it to be happening. But I guess when your Beastmaster's dead, not much you can do about it.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about what kind of timing the Dire are looking for here, where they feel like they can group up and try and make a move before the Spectre gets massive.
I feel like it's now, and they're still trying to just farm up. They want a Desolator even on the Lifestealer. Feels so greedy. He's picking out Roshan, but there will be traps.
Yeah, if the Sniper had a better time, then this would be so much easier. But he's got so far behind. He's built a Midas as well. So the Sniper doesn't really contribute anything at the moment. No. It's very much just this Lifestealer and the Beastmaster that they're trying to group up together.
Yeah, I'm wondering how this Roshan fight is going to go then, because you know they're in the rush, they're ready to roll, and they're going to try and take him down. This is good from them. We said we wanted them to force something out here, so we need to see NaVi reacting to this. Maybe in a situation they don't really want to. They have the curse. They don't have Roar, but they've got the curse. They've got everything else they want. And but NaVi, they've got Stampede, which is a really good spell for interrupting Roshan, and they're not going to do it quickly enough before the Centaur and everybody else can get over here. I mean, Zayas has got a TP ready. They've got Blink Doom. I feel like it's risky. Maybe too risky.
Blizzy has double Vanguard queued up. You know, part of me is hoping he does go for this. It'd be hilarious. We've seen triple earn from Seneko.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get a triple Vanguard from Blizzy. Who knows?
Let's get the triple Vanguard going. I'm into it.
CIS is massive though on this team. Like, compare the farm of the position 4s this game. That's where the net worth difference is at the moment. Otherwise, the Dire would be doing pretty well.
Yeah, exactly. So that's always on the lookout for farm. He's a hungry boy. Well, there is no time to stop Roshan here as Team Colizeum are well into the pit and getting started on Rosh.
They have, yeah, I was going to say
MoFarah as well, and all of a sudden Leslie's like, oh well, I can't really do this for the time being.
These early game Rosh lineups are so difficult to do against Jakiro. Like, you don't take Rosh very quickly unless you have like a StarLadder or something, and the MoFarah makes it so difficult. It just delays so much time. Good D-ward from the Wyvern.
Yeah, they're going to go back into the pit because of that as well.
I know, they really need the Doom to come over. Yeah, he's TPing in with the Blink available. This might be a big timing for them.
Snako again, just throwing out the spell, slowing it down so much. How much can he slow though? It's getting dropped low. They got to do something here. 300 HP and Roshan's going to go down. No response from NaVi. They did not get in there quickly enough. And now they could look for a fight because the next assassin, he's got eyes on everybody. If anybody of these people try to TP out here, they'll be in trouble. I mean, Zayas doesn't even have the TP. He's got the Blink, but he just turns around to try and make some space for Snako here. They're going to try and use a Shrapnel. Snako knows he can't go for a TP unless he gets out of vision, which he just about does. Sniper gets back to farming, says, oh, I know I'm not getting that one, but Zayas will not escape. They only lose one. It could have been a lot worse for NaVi. I'm surprised that the next assassin chose to stick on the Doom, but I guess out of all the targets there,
it stops him from blinking into the pit. But for NaVi, they had that Dessa on the Courier from Magical, and he'd also just picked up the Blink. So he's basically just picked up 2 new items.
Yeah.
Like a 4,000 net worth swinging items almost for NaVi. So they needed to wait for that really before they kind of committed to anything. Yeah, and they still just need Crystallize to keep farming.
He is going for the Manta first, actually. So I would imagine that's to dispel the... what exactly? Maybe you can't dispel breaks, I'm pretty sure.
It's good against the open wounds from the Lifestealer, but it's also just to help you like split the map up. Obviously, the Mantas work with Desolate as well to do the single target, burst damage almost. So it's not a bad item at all. And if there's more illusions of yourself, you might be able to kill your teammates under the Winter's Curse, which is always a good feeling.
Indeed,
if you don't like somebody on your team, please just curse them.
Run into the curse.
He picked up
They see Doji here. As Vendetta runs out, he's trying to hide in the tree line. Does get a kind of nice juke. The stomp. He's pumping it. He's pumping it. Will get it, and they actually damage themselves up here on the spike carapace. Oh, stun onto 3. Doji might actually be making it out of this one, but they're pretty damn fast. And with the blink forwards, they'll finish off the Nyx assassin. But meanwhile, they got a kill onto Seneko, and now they can look towards this middle tower. No dragon to defend it. And
He has a medallion on the
bottom.
He has a medallion on the Beastmaster as well. So they are just stacking up armor here.
Yeah.
Understanding that. Yeah, like if Magical can't kill you in these early stages of the game, like the Spectre isn't really a problem. So all you've got to do is itemize for this TA and try and play this early game tempo lineup.
There's our Desolator finished on the Lifestealer. So much anti-armor coming out from this team. Is Beastmaster finishing off a Solar Crest? He's not. He's going for a hood. Okay. Can't stack it up on the same target.
Not sure about the hood.
TP in Magical. He's not the one who wants to go down here. Running his way over. Jakiro might be able to tank this one for him. He definitely pops one of the smokes. Magical, though, he needs to get away. They have such good vision around here with it. Oh, he's actually going in. He's going in. He's immediately going to get roared up. In comes the Ice Path to hold still. The Beastmaster Magical's losing so much HP. They're going to use the Stampede to try and get Magical out of this one. The Assassinate will follow, but Magical just about survives it. And they get the 2 return kills. But time to Reap running through. He gets a kill on Sneko. And now look at tear up Blizzy as well. Blizzy is not living. Zayat's also being run down. He turns around with the Doom onto the Lifestealer. But Lifestealer, he doesn't care. Or does he? With Magical, he's got the damage. In Crystallize coming in on the other side as well. They will be able to finish off. Time to Reap, and they go into the back lines as well, looking for the sniper, but Crystallize is dead to that sniper. But Magical closing the distance. He's got the damage, he's got the hits, and he's got the time to make it happen. Magical gets another one as well. Doji just trying to play it from the top ground, but he's got to be careful as well. Uses that Spike Carapace way too early before the trap damage was really primed there, and down goes Doji. A big mistake, and it costs him his life. Might have been able to get out of there otherwise, but actually just ends up taking a bit of a face plant. That is going to be a big fight for NaVi. The turnaround fight they've been after for a very long time this game, and it is a full 5-man wipe. NaVi strike the bowling ball and hit down every single pin.
Yeah, as long as Zayats can get a Doom on this Lifestealer every fight, yeah, it's like maybe we can keep him alive with the Wyvern, but he went down first, so no chance of keeping this Lifestealer alive. And without the curse, these team fights are really difficult for the Dire to take. They kind of just got picked off one by one at the start. NaVi took the kind of 5 versus 3 fight straight away. Yeah, they lose a couple of heroes, but they take everybody down.
Yeah.
He's going back for that Solar Crest now on the Beastmaster. I think this is a good idea. I don't really know what that hood would have done that he had queued up before.
No, it doesn't really seem like a effective hood game. I mean, I guess you pipe to keep your creeps alive against the Jakiro.
Yeah, maybe if they really wanted to push, he felt like he might have needed the pipe to get high ground. But I think after that fight, you realise it's probably not happening anytime soon. And the fact that Crystallize survived in that fight is such a big deal for NaVi now. He can just carry on farming away.
Yep, got himself a Manta. Going for the Diffusal Blade next. Get that illusion damage coming out.
Oh, actually, no, Crystallize died, didn't he, to somebody else?
Yes, he did at the end. He died to the sniper, indeed.
But he was there for the Lifestealer kill, at least.
Yep, getting some of that key XP as Magical pushing in this top lane with that Desolator, but I like this from Colizeum here. They might have lost the last fight, but there is no way they can stop pushing right now. Stop trying to make plays happen. So push out hard down to bottom, but yeah. Goodbye, sir. Caught out once again. The sentry's in the trees. He's just not ready for it.
He has a Vessel as well on this Doom now, so this Lifestealer, when he gets doomed up, and he doesn't have Rage available, this Spirit Vessel is really going to ruin him.
Yeah.
Not going to be able to heal up with that Feast. Oh, there's an Arcane Rune here that the Doom might be able to take. If they can get a kill with this ult on the Doom, have it up again for another fight afterwards, would be very nice.
100-second cooldown on Doom. Technically 101.5, but we'll let it slide.
You're such a generous person.
Yeah, I am. Sneko again just littering the ground with as many of these sentry wards as he can. He even finds his observer up here as well, which is pretty insane. I feel like I should hypecast dewarding more. I don't think supports get the right amount of support.
They don't get any love, do they?
They don't.
I like that they're giving Blizzy some space down here in the bot lane as well. They really need to get this Crimson card online. You're playing against these 3 cores that all deal physical damage. And even if you get Wyvern cursed as well, this Crimson Guard's going to help a lot.
A full BKB finished on Magical as well, so the next fight, Magical is going to be coming on pretty much peak efficiency for a Templar assassin. I don't think you get more effective than this in terms of timing-wise in a game.
The second Roche is about to, it's about to hit minimum spawn as well, so if they can get a kill around here,
yeah,
try and play around the Roche bit.
I think they need to take some of the objectives though, like this tier 1 tower really needs to drop if they want to think about Roshan for themselves.
This tier 1 tower's big.
Yes,
Oh, the Wyvern.
Oh, nice Arctic burn up to the high ground here, but now they're going to actually even pop the horn to make sure they can see him. Turns around with the curse. DSR does not want to die right now.
Look at the Doom as well.
But yeah, they just go deep and find the Beastmaster. Is this by himself? It's completely by himself. Meanwhile, they're coming back in. They're actually trying to fight this one. Lifestealer beating into Blizzy here, healing up with him quite a lot as well. Blizzy throws down the Stomp, but the Rage is through. But they just turn around and blow up Time to Reap as well. And down goes DSR also, so it's 2 heroes for the price of 1. That's a good deal for NaVi. And they will now look towards this middle lane. Roshan approaching that minimum respawn at an alarmingly fast rate for Colizeum fans.
Yeah, this TA didn't even use BKB either, so they're going to be very happy with how that went. The lifesteal looks so tough, right? And all of a sudden, this TA just goes, okay, I'll fight you. And just rips through him with that meld. Like, when the meld hit comes off with the Desta, the lifestealer basically doesn't have any armor. So they just tear him apart. I feel like you have to be building... Yeah, I was going to say you have to be building something like an AC, surely. And he is.
Roshan, it's going to be 2 minutes 20. The official timing on that, boy. So a bit of a long one. Not doesn't really favour NaVi too much, but I'm sure they're not going to be upset about it. Half of them to be upset about anything this game. It's turned around pretty nicely for them now. 5k goal advantage, 16 and 16. The first time they've evened up this kill score. Yeah, Centaur does feel like a big pile of mush this game. He's been ripped apart by this lifestealer every single time, but that's kind of okay when he's just kind of tanking up everybody else. And with his Crimson Guard as well, it's going to give him a lot of survivability for dealing with the lifestealer.
I mean, Zayas is basically the position 3 at this point anyway. He is so rich.
Yeah, this seems to be a recurring theme.
This Helm of the Dom from the Beastmaster has really helped him just scale up his farm.
Yeah.
I'm sure... what was his name? Let me look it up again. TTR, he's going to be really disappointed with his item choice, I think, looking back at this game. Because he's given the Doom at least 1,000 gold in Devours.
At least, I'd say probably, yeah.
Radiant are scanning.
Oh, Blizzy.
They reveal, they jump in though, Blizzy just straight up with the Stomp onto 2, double edge as well. They're just going to be able to bring down the guy, but not before he gets a Raw, but then they throw down the Cold Embrace on Winter's Curse on top of it. Winter's Wyvern trying to get down to the low ground, but that is not going to happen. Pretty big disaster for Team Colizeum here is in before trying to go for the TP out. That is not going to happen, little sniper. Your head belongs to the Centaur's axe. As down he goes, and NaVi now looking towards this tier 2 tower in the middle lane. Roshan respawning in 45 seconds could also be an option for them.
Oh, nice regen room for Blizzy as well. That's very handy.
It's neat. And he's got that Crimson Guard coming out for him. I mean, yeah, the Nyx is kind of in a position to snipe it, but then walked away down to bottom. Time to Reap, just trying to get some damage on this bottom tier 3 tower. Push someone back.
That's a really unfortunate smoke for the dive, though. You can see what they're trying to do. Like, they want to get a single pick off with this Nyx and the Beastmaster. They try and maybe snowball it into a little bit more. As you see, the bot lane's pushing in already. If they'd have got a kill down there, they could have turned it into a big, high ground push potentially. But NaVi were just all grouped up and ready to go. And unfortunately, it was a fantastic initiation from Blizzy as well. Managed to get the Stomp onto 2. With the trap follow-ups, they were just never getting away.
Absolutely. Seneko. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm impressed. Tried to stack with Ice Path and kind of worked, except my Magical did the actual stacking, but still.
What's Crystallize going for now? He's going for this Scardy. Okay. I mean, it helps Kite against the Lifestealer. Stops the Sniper from running away as well. Just tanks you up. Gives you a little bit of everything, really.
A little bit of everything. Yeah, Scardy's one of these really nice items. What do you prefer when you're trying to tank up usually, Scardy or Heart?
It depends on the game.
Of course,
so sometimes,
overall,
like, well, when you're playing against melee heroes, you really want the Scardy if you want to be kiting them around like the lifesteal of this game, and especially when he has Feast available, you don't want to be building Heart.
Yeah,
you see you see people go for Heart most of the time, but yeah, definitely not all the time. I think Butterfly is the one that people kind of overlook sometimes as well. Lots of evasion kind of gives you more effective HP rather than raw HP.
EHP, just as good. Double damage rune here. I don't think anybody's going to be grabbing that one on the side of NaVi. Defending it pretty badly. The Lifestealer goes in, but he knew Zayats knew exactly what the Lifestealer was going to do. Just blinks in and gets the Doom off. There's going to be an ultimate thrown down from the Wyvern as well, just trying to buy some time, but ImbaTV's already dead. The Lifestealer, he's surely going to fall as well. One shot onto DSR, and Colizeum in a really bad position right now. Roshan is up, but NaVi do not care. They want to get this Beastmaster, and I imagine they'll probably want to go high ground after that.
They've got the blink stomp on the
You
center.
try it, but it's not happening. Lizzie's there. He gets a double kill, and that was an absolute slaughter. NaVi now take to the high ground, looking to claim a pair of barracks for themselves.
I mean, this Nyx is a really good matchup against the Doom because you can always carapace the Scorched Earth, but unfortunately, because Zayats is so massive this game, he has Blink Vessel and now a BKB at 28 minutes. So all he has to do is blink in, pop the BKB, and he doesn't have to care about anything this game. And yeah, maybe the Curse, maybe the Roar, but then you're using it on a position for Doom.
Yeah. It's not the ideal situation, and they're just going up to top now, NaVi. They feel very far ahead in this match as Tower's not lasting very long under the pressure of this TA Deso. And before, I mean, the sniper, that star high ground defender, is going to get Manta dodged out. And they should back themselves off now. Yep, NaVi not really looking to fight up into these guys so much as just back away, but get everything they want from this. And now they've got crits actually coming out in the TA as well, so she's just be hitting so hard.
Yeah, I'm surprised that NaVi didn't get the Brax and then back off to finish off Roche, but
yeah,
they're playing it a little bit safe here. Tried to be greedy and go for the second Rax. Unfortunately, it didn't work, and I think Dire understand they can't let NaVi take this Roche. If they do, the game's pretty much over, so
yeah.
They have to try and make something happen here.
You've got your Winter's Curse. You know, you've got Raw.
Oh, Blizzy.
Ooh, this might be a kill. The Raw comes out, and they've actually been able to just blow up Doji instead. That's a Winter's Curse, but just thrown onto the Templar Assassin once again, just trying to hold them back and waste that BKB timing. But now the trap's coming through. Yeah, he's going to walk through another one as well. In before, actually, they might both get caught by that one. Oh no! Peacehouse was like, what about me? Now, time to reap, coming back into this fight here. The Rage comes out to try and dodge out the Ice Path. They're looking for Seneko. They should get themselves a kill onto the Dragon. No, never mind. He's got the Ghost Scepter. He can just TP himself away. ImbaTV's actually already dead as well. Crystallites all over them. It's looking pretty bad. Zayats closing the gap. Does get stunned up actually by the Nyx Assassin. This time to reap just turns around. Gets that Infest. Looking onto Zayats, but he's got the Doom. He's got the damage as well. I mean, Zayats might just fall for this, but the GG is called. This game is over, and it goes to NaVi. They continue their absolute death ball run through these qualifiers. Probably the longest game we've had so far, but not long by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah, the Dire kept themselves in the game here just because they had such a strong early game lineup. This Lifestealer had a really good start, but
yep, the lanes went amazingly.
Like we said, unfortunately, at some point this game, the Spectre's going to come online, and you have to be able to deal with him. And it ended up, he wasn't even the problem. Felt like the Doom and the TA were the biggest problems this game.
And who needs Heroes of Catch when you can buy 3 Blink Daggers?
That's true. Spizzy played really well this game as well. He had a tough time in the lane, but his game impact in comparison to his net worth was huge.
Yep.
Yeah, very well played by him.
Very nice game from NaVi. They never really let the net worth get too out of control for themselves. You could kind of feel like they somehow knew what the net worth difference was, and were just like, yeah, okay, we need to do this. We need to make sure we're not giving that away. We need to make sure we're getting this to, you know, even things out a little bit, and yeah, just generally keep themselves on top. NaVi, they'll take the first victory here in this best of 3 series against Team Colizeum. Any surprise?
No, not at all. I'm just hoping they at least put up, I don't want to say put up a better fight, because they did okay this game on the Dire, but it never felt like they were going for it, if that makes sense. Like, they were never actually in control of winning the game.
Yeah.
I want to see that. I want to see them really go for it. Which is easy. I don't know, it's easy. Just win, lol. Like,
just fight them. Just run at them. Run down lanes. Let's see it. Alrighty then, we're going to be back very shortly with Game 2 of Team Colizeum versus Team NaVi here on BTS. This is a StarLadder Minor Season 2 qualifiers in the CIS region. My name is Nomad. He's MoFarah, and we'll be back very soon.